This is our big cutscene for the Ho-Oh, which will be a randomized legendary. It may be a Ho-Oh. Leave it in the comments below as we're doing this cutscene, and we're going to use honor system because I won't know when you left the comment. What do you think the legendary is? What do you think this legendary is going to be? All of the legendaries between Gens 1 and 4 are in here. All the Regis are in here. The legendary birds, the legendary dogs / cats, the Mewtwo, right? We've got, who am I missing? Kyogre, Rayquaza, Groudon, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina. Giratina would be nice. I love Giratina. Palkia would be great. There's the Lake Trio is in here. So I would prefer non-Regis. So like, Regirock, Regice, Registeel. I would like them to not be part of this. I would like it to not be one of the Lake Trio. No offense. The other one I'm blanking on right at the moment. Uh, I think what I'm rooting for is a strong water type or like a Mew, because I love Mew. Who doesn't? But let us see. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's legendary time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for the first time since the last time, it is that time, right about that time, for your favorite Pokemon challenge and mine. My name is Sebastian Todd III. This is the HeartGold Randomizer Nuzlocke episode 19, I think, now on the channel. And we are going to kick off real quick with a quick team recap and get right into the action. In episode 18, which was yesterday, Sunday's episode, we took down our 8th and final gym. We need to go get the gym badge from Claire, the crybaby sewer loser gym leader. But the team we are rocking out with right at the moment, Denny P67, level 47, Ride, Dawn, Water Absorb for the ability Stone Edge, Hammer Arm, Stomp, Rock Slide. We have Berticon, the Slacking, level 44, Anticipation, Feint Attack, Strength, and Slock Off. We have an open move slot for the moment. We have Bartlett, who in the between episodes, we taught Cut, so Pedal Dance, Cut, Racer Leaf, and Poison Powder with Storm Drain for an ability. We have our legendary Danders, Soundproof ability with Helping Hand, Safeguard, Dragon Breath, and Fly. And then, of course, Orion, who we also taught some moves to between episodes, Bite, Surf, Whirlpool, Waterfall, and the Hustle ability. We have an open team slot right at the moment, because once we get done with the Dragon Den, battling the, I think, 4 or 5 trainers in there, and convincing Claire that we are worthy of the badge that we so rightfully earned by taking down her entire team with one single Denny P67. We will get ourselves a sack Dratini, and then we will head out to find the dojo guy in the middle of the cave and see if we can get there. We shoulda surfed. In the last episode, we said let's get the fishing encounter because it will be level 20 compared to level 14, which makes no sense why the levels are so bad in this water. And we got an Igglybuff that we killed. We didn't even try to catch it. And we could have had him on Furno. Now, don't get me wrong. I prefer the Blaziken line to the Infernape line, but I would have happily taken a strong fire type, which we did not get. That is okay. Maybe we'll get a better fire type as our static here. But that is the game plan. And if you have made it this far into the series, the first series, but not the last, the first of its kind on this channel, episode 19, please leave a like, or hit the like button, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. And if you somehow are watching episode 19 and you don't like it, you've come this far but you haven't enjoyed yourself or whatever the case may be, please feel free to leave a comment with some constructive criticism of what you'd like to see. If you've been watching all along, I hope you've seen some progress, and that's really the point of this initial series and really this whole channel is progress. Being a little bit better than we were yesterday. Being a little bit better than we were yesterday. And that is, I think, a goal every one of us can admire, look up to, and strive to reach. There's a couple of hidden items in this little area. We will get as many of them as we can, because you never know when we're going to get a Master Ball. It wasn't right there. Would have been nice if it had been, but we caught Latios without a Master Ball, so we know we don't need it. I'm going to repel because we'll get the encounter here, but we're going to wait until after we get the static. Because if we get it before the static, we have to go back to the PC and we have to put somebody up because you have to have an open slot in the party, which is why Luca is currently in the box. Luca, our Lucario, typically on the team, chilling in the box for the moment so that we can get a couple of static encounters in which you need in empty space. It was Wendy. And if you saw last episode, the first trainer in the gym took Wendy down with a Spiritomb, sucker punched us. Didn't even think about it having sucker punch. That was on me. We totally easily could have avoided losing to the Spiritomb, but we can't take it back. So Wendy joined the other Pokemon through this run in the Great Beyond. That was clearly a high roll of the Psywave. Now, we can't use items anymore, but I wonder if we're still going to get the pop from earlier of the amulet coin and still get the extra money. Not that we need it right at the moment. We've been pretty good in this playthrough here. I mean, I know it would stop us from like healing and stuff like that, but the amulet coin was already, I don't know if it pops is activated, whatever you want to call it. Just sending it into battle. I imagine we will. I imagine we will. Nidoking. Typically, I'd be a little bit cautious if hitting a Nidoking with a physical move because it has Poison Point. But with the Randomizer, I don't think we have to worry about it. Watch it have Effect Spore and give us Poison Arrow. It did not. Or if it did, it didn't pop, so we're fine. Here is another hidden item here. Quick Claw. Might be worth throwing on. I mean, we sold the first Quick Claw we have. It's not like a huge thing to have, but might be important as we get further into some of these battles. We get ready for the Elite Four. We think about, battling Red at the end of this. Maybe the Quick Claw if we have a Pokemon who's particularly slow, but we shall see. All right, so we have a Glass Cannon in Dugtrio, and we have a Lombre. Here, we're going to Rock Slide because it's going to hit both of them, and then we're going to Strength the Lombre because Lombre is the one that we're most afraid of with the Grass-type moves, but nothing to worry about there. And then let's see if we outspeed. I'm guessing we don't. Yeah, Sand Tomb might be super effective because Ground doesn't resist Ground, and Ground is super effective on Rock. But it did not do much damage. And Dugtrio survived. That's okay. We didn't take much damage. Brodicon will take this out with a... You know what we're going to do? We're going to use Faint Attack because it can't miss. Just be safe. It's got next to nothing. We're going to take it down. It's fine. No risk. No risk right there. And we get Danders up to level 31, which we definitely want. We'll take the Dusk Ball. It's not a Master Ball. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, that's all of them there that I know of. And if you know of any other hidden items that I have not gotten yet, leave a comment down below and let me know where to find them, because we will go get them. And this is why, in between episodes, we gave Omastar the Waterfall and Whirlpool abilities. We'll need Whirlpool. I guess we don't technically need Whirlpool after this, but there is one other place where it's convenient to have a Firestone. That's not bad. I don't think we have, well, we don't have like a Vulpix or a Growlithe in the back, or even an Eevee. But it's nice to have, just in case we do get one of those. A Growlithe would be great now at that point. Train the Growlithe up to an Arcanine, Flamethrower. Alright, so this is a place where I don't want to mesh through too much, because I don't want to misclick, because we want to answer these correctly so that we can get ourselves our Dratini. Pokemon are friends to us. Strategy helps us win battles. We will take on any trainer, weak or strong. Love is the most important thing in raising your Pokemon. And strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon, we want them all. We want strong Pokemon to take down other strong Pokemon, and we want weak Pokemon so we can Dupe's Closet and catch more strong Pokemon. So we want both. And then Claire, Crybaby Claire, as we now call her, even though she's not the one who cries, but that's Whitney, but Crybaby Claire, this kind of works, gets destroyed 1v4 by, Denny P67 is like, you didn't earn this. You don't deserve this. We took down 4 of your Pokemon. You're a gym leader. We took down all 4 of them with one single Pokemon, and you're like, you didn't earn this badge? Yes, we did. And she still doesn't even give it to us here. Like, Papa Smurf here is like, no, he's the real deal. He's legit. And she's still like, well, I don't care. This is stupid. And she runs away. We have to go chase her down, essentially. If you can't accept defeat, you shouldn't be a gym leader in Pokemon World. That's just my 2 cents. And I think that's true in real life. Like, we are not going to win every battle. You don't go undefeated. It's okay. It's okay to lose. Now, don't tell my wife I said that, because when we played card games and board games and stuff like that, of course I want to beat her. Because I'm competitive. I don't like to lose. It's not always fun. But sometimes you just get beaten. You have to tip your cap, and that's that. So Professor Elm wants us to come get the Master Ball. And we will. We certainly will. But before we do that, we are going to go and get ourselves a static Pokemon. It's only going to be level 15, I believe, which, again, doesn't make any sense why we're up here battling 40s. High 30s, low 40s. Let's give us a level 15, but such is life. And I don't think it can be a legendary. I think it's going to be anything other than a legendary, but we can still get something pretty broken. We can certainly get something pretty broken. I also don't know why he just doesn't give this to us. I'm glad you came back. Oh, here goes routine for you. And it is a Diglett. Hold right there. A Diglett. We had a follower of the channel. Here we go. Denny P67, who we named our Rhyhorn after, commented that Diglett is her favorite Pokemon. And if we ever catch a Diglett, we should name this Wormmelon. Wormmelon. We actually prepared for a nickname for once. So Wormmelon, welcome to the team. Denny P67, I hope you are watching. We got you a Diglett, and we named it Wormmelon. It probably won't be used because Denny P67, the Rhyhorn, is so much better, but we got a Diglett. So that is exciting. And this is why, too, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment down below. Who's your favorite Pokemon? What would you want to name that Pokemon if I encountered it? I want to name these Pokemon after you, the viewers. Now, Denny P67 sort of got 2. She's got one from leaving a comment. We named it after her. We didn't take the nickname Wormmelon for the Rhyhorn, now Rhydon. But we did find a Diglett eventually, and she gets the nickname anyway. Now let's see what we can encounter here and what nickname we can give this. This is going to be powerful. It is going to be very powerful. We have Slacking, so this will be a good backup. But Snorlax is a great Pokemon to have on the team. Absolutely. And while we're much stronger, we're going to go into Danders, who's only 13 levels higher. We're going to try a Dragon Breath. We're going to pray it doesn't one-shot. And we're going to hope that we get the Paralysis. And then we're going to throw some Ultra Balls. That's our goal right here. It's that easy. Right, so Dragon Breath will not one-shot. Snorlax is a bulky Pokemon. It doesn't even come close to one-shotting. I don't know what I was afraid of. We can do it a couple more times. And we're just going to hope for paralysis on one of these. There's the paralysis. We're going to try it one more time, and we don't want to crit. The amnesia might have helped a lot with that, but I'm not worried about it. We still don't want to crit. I kind of thought about throwing another one, but we're not going to do that. We're going to throw an Ultra Ball instead. Not throwing it. Let's throw another Dragon Breath at him. Thought about using Dragon Breath one more time, but instead we're going to throw the Ultra Ball. 2 shakes. Kicks out. It's okay. Amnesia's got the special defense really high. We can hit. We can. Right? No crits. No crits. No crits. No crits. No crits. And the paralysis comes into handy. All right. Boom! Second ball. We got ourselves two. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Two balls is all it takes to get ourselves a Snorlax. And while slacking is going to be our primary normal type, having a Snorlax in the back is definitely a good thing. We definitely want ourselves a Snorlax. Now, again, leave comments. I want to be able to name these after you all. But one of my favorite nicknames for Snorlax is Sunday, because nothing better than a nice, lazy Sunday afternoon. So we will name our Snorlax Sunday. All right. So that's exciting. I know Diglett's not, neither one of these are coming on the team anytime soon, but exciting encounters, great Pokemon to have. We get one named after a viewer. We get one that we can, just have as a backup, just in case, heaven forbid, something ever happens to slacking. We have a Snorlax in the back. In the next grinding montage, that might be something worth just leveling up, so it's ready to go. Heaven forbid we ever need it. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? I was going to say before I actually really engage in this, but we're too late now. That's okay. I'm going to check Diglett's ability. Our Worm Melon. There's our Master Ball. Now, there is a legendary encounter coming up. Possibly in this episode. I don't think we've talked about this enough. The legend in the tower is likely going to happen in this episode, because we're going to go get another static, and then we're going to take on the 5 dancing like geishas, right? And it's going to be great. We're going to get a ton of money from them, but like after that, it's the tower, it's the legendary. That's probably how this episode wraps up, is us getting the legendary. The legendary is level 45. And I will tell you right now that I will not throw the Master Ball at it unless it is something stupidly broken, and we figure out that it's stupidly broken. And the reason for that is this might be the only Master Ball we get. It's a randomizer we could encounter, just so happens we could come upon another, raise the speed each time the Pokemon flinches. So it doesn't really matter, we're going to evolve it. It would evolve anyway before we really use it, but not a terrible, ability to have. But we might not ever get another Master Ball. We could. It's a randomizer. It's very possible we could end up with another Master Ball throughout this playthrough. We're going to move Swallow now, too, by the way, to our box of people we aren't going to use. And while it's highly unlikely we use Diglett with a couple of other strong ground types, sorry, Denny B67. It will hang out with the cool kids here in box 2. Back to the Master Ball for the third time. I'm interrupting myself. The reason we won't use it is because there are going to be 2 legendary encounters we can get before Red. One of them we can get fairly soon once we get into Kanto at our level 70. And if they are worth it, we throw the Master Ball at the level 70 and don't have to worry about trying to catch it. With the level 45, we have a little bit of wiggle room and a chance to go get it. So I want to make sure that while I'm talking and interrupting myself, that I did what I thought I was doing, and that is we put Diglett up. We're going to go this way, back into Mount Mortar. I was right. Hey, we're the monkeys. And the reason for that is there is the Dojo Master Dude is in here, no longer in Kanto. We're going to go find him. I know how to get there. But we're going to go find him. We're going to beat the 2 Pokemon that he has. He's going to give us a Pokemon. It's normally the Tyrogue. It probably will not be a Tyrogue here. If it is, we'll take it. But my guess is that it won't be. I'm trying not to use a Repel to get through here. Great. We haven't triggered Suicune here. Which we will do, because Suicune can be another static legendary encounter that we get once we get into Kanto. I mean, there's a lot of things we have to do before we can actually get that one, and it's only level 50 at that point, but worth it, because who knows what our team's going to look like by the time we get to Cerulean, I believe that is, in Kanto. I know the Kanto name's better than any other region, and then Johto's probably second. But I don't come to me for town names. That is not my ballywick, as some people say. I don't really know what that means. Guessing something to do with candles. Probably not. Alright, so we are going to come into Mount Mortar. We are going to put up some repels, because there's a lot of walking around here. We're going to use probably about 10, 15 repels through here, undoubtedly. And this is why, again, we gave Orion both Whirlpool and Waterfall, because Waterfall does come in handy more often. We will use Whirlpool one more time, and then we'll fly back and delete it. But Waterfall comes in handy. We need it here. We need it to progress. Once we get into Kanto, we need it to climb Mount Silver and take on Red. So that's useful, and it's strong. It's a strong physical water type. We're okay with that. Whirlpool is neither of those things. It's not strong. I mean, I guess it is a water type, but it's not strong. It's not useful, and it's not really needed, because when we get to Kanto, the only place that it's really used is optional. Like, there's a trainer you can go battle, and there's an item you can get. That's like it. You can kind of shortcut your way through some of it's. You'll see. It's just not worth it. But luckily, we can fly back. We can have it forgotten. We can go into the Elite Four with a better moveset. Doesn't have Whirlpool on it. There are, I'd say a ton. There are a handful of hidden items throughout this area here. One of them's right here. It's a Sunstone, which I can't remember. I don't think we have a Sun Kern, but that could help with that. And I'm not really, I can't remember if that's the one that gets us a, oh my gosh, not Vileplume, but the other version, a Blossom. I don't know if that's a Sunstone. If it is, that'd be pretty cool, because then we could have, I mean, hopefully we don't need to go that deep into the grass type, but we have Bellsprout and we have Oddish in the back, and we have a Leaf Stone already. So we could kind of designate the Leaf Stone for Bellsprout, the Sunstone for Oddish. Again, heaven forbid we lose our Meganium, Bartlett, or Pangea, our Torterra, who's sitting in the PC. But if we did, when we lost Venus, it's happened before. It's not impossible. We just hope we don't have to go that far into the bench. This is a great place to get items, though. Um, so here we're looking, the items we want, right? Master Ball, Lucky Egg. If we get a second Master Ball, that's both level 70 legendary encounters, like, in the bag. And while it would be nice to catch this legendary, the level 45, here at the end of the episode, it's not necessary for the team, because we have Danders on the team, who isn't quite level 45 yet and won't be by the time we get there, but will be by the time we take on the Elite Four. We will definitely grind up probably everybody to at least level 50 by the Elite Four. So it's not like there's anything that we're really lacking on the team. A good fire type would be nice. We've talked about that ad nauseum. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would happily take a Kyogre, Rayquaza. Um, you know, probably take a Groudon too. Although that would be a tough decision. Groudon or Denny P67 with Water Absorb. And then Groudon with Water Absorb would be also nice. Another amulet coin. Not a bad thing to have more than one, but really don't need to. We got one, and one's working just fine for us. But maybe we can sell it for decent money. Never sold a name of the coin. I don't know what they're worth. If it's worth $5, then yeah, forget it. We'll keep 2. I'm trying to think what other legendaries would be. I mean, Mewtwo, right? Everybody loves Mewtwo. Mew, I love Mew personally. I would happily take a Mew. Not necessarily needed on the team, but can learn any and every move. Manaphy. Manaphy would be fun. Nice strong water type, good stats across the board. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, I'd really prefer not to have a Reggie other than a Regigigas. I think a Regigigas, especially if it's a really good ability, would kind of be like the only Pokemon worth considering moving Broticon for. But let's take on the Karate King, as he calls himself. Shelgon. We're not afraid of a big bad Shelgon. Shelgon goes down. We are not afraid of a big bad Raticate. And I know that that looks a lot scarier than it is, but Super Fang only ever does half damage. So we knew the moment we saw Super Fang we're going to be at half health, but it would take several more of those and then something big to take us down. Everything else we resist and won't do a lot. All right, so typically Tyrogue, what is it going to be for real? It is Abomasnow. We take these. Now, I love Abomasnow. I know it's quad weak to fire, but I have a long-standing nickname for these. I named this after arguably my favorite Christmas special, not my favorite Christmas movie, but my favorite Christmas like special. I name it after Yukon Cornelius. Um, Not really sure why, but I always have. I know I should name it like I think what. Okay, I know why. I've always nicknamed like Weedle and Kakunas and Beedrills Bumble, like Bumblebee, and since Gen 1, that's like as far back as I can remember. So when, Snover and Abomasnow were introduced, they would make perfect sense to reallocate the nickname Bumble. And, because it looks like the Bumble from Rudolph, right? And Bumble's bounce and that stuff. But because Bumble was such an established nickname for me, I said, no, you know what? This is Yukon. This is Yukon Cornelius. Because we're also the other reason who doesn't love Yukon Cornelius? And there's no Pokemon, at least as of now, that looks like Yukon Cornelius. So let's give Yukon Cornelius a little love and nickname the Abomasnow and the Snovers and all that after Yukon Cornelius, which is what we've done here. So I mean, it's not coming on the team. We have a better grass type. We don't really need an ice type. If we get a good ice type TM, we'll throw that on a Pokemon if we can. But it's not like ice is great against anything other than dragons and flying types and grass, I guess. But we've got a dragon type and we've got rocks for birds. So I'm not really concerned about that. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. I think Luca is still the better bet as of right this second with how the team is put together. So we got a couple of things in here worth selling for some good money. No Master Balls in here. Nothing item wise that blows us away, but that is all right. It won't always. Let's take on this trainer. Hi, Hugh. Like I said before, too, I like Krabby a lot. I think Krabby's a really cool Pokemon, really cool design. Gets a good move pool, good attack stat. Weirdly, though, I don't think Krabby learns Waterfall in this game, at least. So, makes it a little bit harder to be the main water type on a playthrough team, but that is okay. Oh, and this is going well. We are at not even 29 minutes yet. We've got. They're going to switch out the Abomasnow for Luca because Luca will be on the team. We will heal up. We will take on the dancing ladies, and then we will go climb the tower. We'll sell some stuff. We'll like load up. Don't get me wrong, but then we will climb the tower and see what we can do about adding another legendary to the team without utilizing. There's That's a good move set early on. To Powder Snow, Leer, Razor Leaf, and Icy Wind, but I'm so tempted still to throw Umbreon on the team because it's bulky and it's a dark type, but with color change, it just really kind of nerfs it. Um, I do wonder though. So it's immune to Psychic as a dark type. If we go into an encounter, right, and a Psychic type goes to hit it, it's immune. So would it still turn to Psychic type? I guess that's the big question. If it's Ghost that hits us, it's not very effective, but we would turn into a Ghost type, and then Ghost becomes super effective against us. So that kind of nerfs the Dark type there. But maybe something to think about putting on the team before we go up to get the legendary. Yeah, let's do this. We healed, right? We healed. All right. Denny P67 took down all 4 of Claire's Pokemon by herself. Claire will be Denny P67 will be the number 1 battler for all 5 of these encounters. These are typically the EVs. So we will see what we can do. We can switch out, but it's always fun to see if we can't 1v1 all 5 of them. And the best part about leading Denny P67 with the Amulet Coin is this is going to be like $9,800 a piece here. All right, Poliwag. 1 up, 1 down. That's how we look at this. Belly Drum is fine because Stomp's going to take it out. This worked out well. Cool. I know, don't count the chickens. I know it's weird to brush what little hair there is up there away, but sometimes I can feel it. I feel like I would be the princess in the P if I were a fairy tale character. Because little things like that bug me. Oftentimes, my wife will get ready and her collar will be like this. I'm like, how do you not feel that? It's a funny story about this, right? As we take on the second. So my wife, every night, she puts on her coat to go to work, and it's like this, and I have to I pull it out for her because it bugs me seeing it. Like, it's not even touching me. So last weekend, sleep powder. It's all right. I don't think it's got much that can do anything to us, and we're going to be quad effective once we get a. Oh no, I think it's bug and poison. Either way, we're still going to be super effective once we get our rock slide off. Anyway, we go to breakfast last week with her mom. That's a lot more than I thought it would, but we woke up, we took it out. It's fine. And so we're in the parking lot after breakfast, and we're saying our goodbyes. Her mom's going back her way. We're going ours. And her mom's coat that she put on after breakfast is like that. And I'm just standing there watching them talk back and forth, and I'm talking a little bit with them too. But mother and daughter doing their thing. I'm just staring at her, and finally I just reach over and I'm like, mother like daughter, and my wife just cracks up laughing because she knows that it's like an OCD thing for me. Like, I can feel it on my skin watching her. So, and now I've just messed up my whole shirt. I'm going to feel it the whole rest of this episode because I've been playing around with it. But yeah, it's just funny to me that my wife does all the time, and then we hang out with her mom, and her mom's the same way, and it just doesn't bother them. I don't know. Zangoose, a Pokemon I adore. I think I've said this before in this series. I love Zangoose, but I can never, ever, ever keep them alive. Is what it is. This will be good. This will be good. I just asked about the embargo, right? Will the amulet coin still work? We're gonna find out right here because I know for a fact that it's normally like $9,600 or something like that. So if this number starts with a 9, it still works. If it starts with a 4, it doesn't work. 9120. Okay, well, I was wrong in the amount. And I keep calling them geishas. They're kimonos. My apologies. Not even the same thing. Not even close. Um, so my apologies there. Raikou. This is a little bit scarier than everything else, but it's not as scary as it could be because we have. I mean, we don't have anything super effective. And I did look between episodes real quick. We are going to get Earthquake at 49, which means we won't get it probably until we're going against the Elite Four. But we're not far away from it, so I was right. We will get Earthquake, and when we do, we'll get rid of Stomp. And Raikou is smart to set up the Reflect because it just kind of, softens our impact. We would have taken it down by now if Raikou had not. All right. I think there is one more. One more kimono. Excuse me. I am the last one. Vileplume. Do I think Denny P67, 9 levels higher, can take down the Vileplume? Yes, I do. Am I going to test that theory? No, I'm not. We are quad weak to grass. And while this Vileplume probably won't end up having a grass move because it's level 38, actually it probably has Petal Dance. It has Mega Drain. We don't need to risk that. There's no reason to risk that. No reason whatsoever. We have Brodicon, who we can heal as needed, who is got neutral damage to and from Vileplume. And oh, by the way, Stab Strength. This should one-shot. We're 6 levels higher. We're slacking with Stab Strength. It does. So Denny P67 couldn't quite go 1 on 5. I mean, maybe she could have, but not worth the risk. We got Bordicon. Let's use the team. I think that's a good life lesson too, right? Sometimes we decide, right? We think we got to do this ourselves, but we don't. We don't have to. We have a team of people in our life around us. So sometimes it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, "Hey, can Brodicon tag in and take this down?" All right, so let's heal up the team. Let's replenish some supplies. Let's sell some stuff, buy some stuff. Let's go get our legendary. Because that's the way to wrap up this recording session. That's if we can catch this legendary, especially without a Master Ball, without using the Master Ball. We have a Master Ball, but without using the Master Ball. We would have this in this recording session. We would have two legendaries. I was thinking as I was saying that, is this in the same recording session? And yes, it is, because in the last episode we did all the training and all that. So it was 2 episodes ago, which was the first episode recorded tonight. So this is good. All good things. We are turning this back around. We started strong. We hit that little bump in the middle of the of the challenge where we had some deaths that we didn't really. Some we couldn't really avoid. Some we could have. Let's be honest. But we started turning it back around, and we'll continue to keep it going around. We don't need 2 of these. We don't need 2 of those. We don't need 2 of those. We don't need a Nicket. We will sell the Metronome. We'll sell the Smooth Rock. We'll keep the Leaf Stone. We'll sell the Black Flute. We'll sell all the incenses that we have. Sea, Wave. Keep the Shell Bell. We'll sell the We'll save the Charcoal, sorry. We'll sell the Quick Claw. Keep the Stones. We'll sell the Lens. The Power Band. We'll keep the Black Sledge, because if we end up rocking Tentacruel, right? Dubious Disc. $50. That's not worth selling. I think we have some TMs we can sell though too. My ears are getting. Maybe this is TMI. Sorry for this. I sweat all the time, and my ears are getting a little sweaty from having the headphones in headphones on for a while here. But okay, we'll keep the X items. I don't usually keep a lot of X items, but we're getting closer and closer to Elite Four, and then eventually we're going to take on Red, and we want all the manpower we can get there: the firepower, the woman power, girl power, horsepower, all the powers, Austin powers. We will take all of them. I don't know how many of these we should get. I was thinking 32. Now I'm thinking 47. So if I did my math right, yeah, 115. Hyper potions. Let's get 26 of these so we can heal up and we're at 50 of them. Full restores. Let's just buy 5 for the moment. It's just in case we need them. In case of emergency, break glass. Where are we at on full heals? We're at 10. We can add a bunch more, but let's only add 15 more. Again, shouldn't need them. We're good on repels, I know that. So we're at 50 hyper potions. I think we just stop there. I think that's fine. I think we're good. And we healed, right? We definitely healed. We healed. Right? We're healed. Everybody's healed. Let's check PP. We're all good. Okay. Let's go catch us a legendary. This is the legendary dance. It's actually kind of similar to if you've ever seen the Little Rascals movie, which is technically my happy dance, but it's the Little Rascal dance. I got a dollar, I got a dollar, I got a dollar, hey, 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 hey. Or I got a pickle, I got a pickle, I got a pickle, hey, 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 hey. So that's kind of our happy dance, our legendary dance. Let's get ourselves a legendary. We will do that dance when we get a legendary. All right. We're going to pause real quick. We're going to take care of this glitch, and then we're going to get our legendary. So we're going to pause. All right. We are back. The glitch is fixed. I don't have to pause there. I just like to because I don't want the text and all that to pop up on the screen, and you all have to see the inner workings there of how the sausage is made and all that. We won't throw the repel up yet because we do get an encounter here in the tower, first and foremost. So we're going to do that, and then we are going to get our legendary. So we're not going to like seek out the encounter, but when it happens, it happens. And we're going to get a bunch of items. There's a chance we'll get, 7 Master Balls in here, which would be great. We'll take them all. All right, here's the encounter for the tower itself. This is not the legendary, it's its own encounter. It's a Glaceon. We'll take that. Any evolution is a good evolution. I know what I said about Umbreon earlier in the series, but any evolution is a good evolution. Now, the hard part with this is I don't know that we can really hit it with much of anything. I mean, yes, we could try Danders, but Icy Wind is super effective against us, so probably not worth the risk. But I think Bite will lower this enough that we will be fine, and we'll use our Great Balls. Oh yeah, perfect. So as long as we don't crit, we will start throwing some Great Balls up the Glaceon. Wonderful. Let's see what we can do to catch Glaceon. We're going to obviously save as many of those Ultra Balls as we can. Glaceon's great, don't get me wrong, but probably not worth throwing the Ultra Balls when we have Legend looming. Ah, we were so close. The triple jiggle got us. That's okay. That is okay. One. This one. Just one. Thankfully, we resist the icy wind. I'd be a little bit more afraid if we didn't. We're not really worried, no offense to Orion, about Orion's stats because We're not trying to hit it with anything right now. We're just trying to catch Glaceon. That is all we're trying to do here. I mean, Glaceon's not like a super easy catch, so this doesn't surprise me, but we're hopeful that sooner or later here we will throw the great ball that is going to be the ball for the Glaceon. Stop jiggling. It stopped jiggling. And Glaceon is showing us something that we, will encounter when we get to our legendary as well. There it is. We got it. We got Glaceon on the team. But we don't have any status moves really that can put it to sleep or paralyze it, really. So we're just going to have to rely on getting the Pokemon down low. I like to name my Glaceons after you, but if you haven't left the comments yet, a lot of the comments are being left by the same folks, so we don't want to triple and double up too many times. But I meant for Sub-Zero after Mortal Kombat, and I wrote Sub-Hero. And you know what? I'm not mad about it. We'll take Sub-Hero. I think that's subconsciously, I know that at some point we might have to turn to Glaceon, and Glaceon will be the hero that saves us if we do have to turn to Glaceon. So, Sub-Hero it is. Usually it's Sub-Zero, though. I think ice types have some fun, nicknames with puns like Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. If you're a wrestling fan like me, Glacier. If you're a 90s WCW wrestling fan like me, you thought, oh my gosh, Glacier's going to be awesome, and then we're sad when it wasn't. Sacred Ash is great, except in Nuzlocke because it doesn't matter. If a Pokemon faints, it's done. Sacred Ash heals up to six Pokemon at a time, which is weird because you can't have 6 fainted Pokemon in your party at one time. You need somebody usable, but it also doesn't really matter because you can't revive them. And strangely, in this gen, in this game, right, it's not worth anything either. So we'll sell it, but we'll get peanuts for it, essentially. So it is what it is. But now we're basically just climbing the tower, collecting some items, and going for our legendary to see what we can get before we wrap the episode up with the legendary. And then we look at Victory Road for episode, I believe it will be episode 20, will be Victory Road. And then probably the Elite Four in episode 21. Or a very long episode 20. An hour and a half long episode 20 at that point. Can't imagine we could get all that done in an hour. There's a bunch of trainers on the way. There's 4 encounters I think I've counted before. I know I said a number earlier, and I counted then. I think the number I said was 4. I'm not recounting right at the moment in my head, but let's do it. There's the first route there into Kanto. There's the cave with the waterfall. There's the second route there. There's the Elite Four, or the Victory Road. Yeah, okay, so 4. 4 more encounters, handful of gym trainers. I think like 10 to a dozen gym trainers, or not gym trainers, just trainers in general there on the way to Victory There's Victory Road. There's the rival battle inside Victory Road before we take on the Elite Four. So, yeah, my guess is episode 20 is going to be all about getting to the Elite Four, and then episode 21 will be all about the Elite Four. And if it ends up being a shorter battle or a shorter episode, great. It means we did well in the Elite Four. And if it ends up being a bit of a longer battle, well, that's all right with us too. Like this episode is going a little bit longer than every episode goes longer than our 30 to 45 minutes. I don't think we've come really, other than one episode, I don't think we've been really close to 30 minutes at all. It's been closer to 45, but it's the first series on the channel. We want to get some things done. We want to make sure that each episode is packed with something, right? Some big battles, some big encounters, whatever it might be. We want there to be substance. So we just play. We play on. An extra Ultra Ball, we won't complain about that. It's not a Master Ball, but an extra Ultra Ball to have. Again, even if we had the Master Ball, we'd probably save it for one of the level 70s. I mean, not that we would know, I guess, because we don't have an electric type attack on our team, let alone an electric type Pokemon. But like Kyogre with Voltazord, hello. Or I don't think Sap Super is in this game. That would be a fantastic ability too. And as I've said probably 1,000 times in this series, I play HeartGold and Soul Silver a lot. They are arguably my favorite of the Pokemon games. So yes, I am fairly familiar with how to get through this fairly quickly while grabbing pretty much all the items that you can in here. There might be some hidden items in this tower that I don't know about. A second Sacred Ash. Um, but yeah, know where all the Pokeball items are. I've sometimes thought it might be cool to do a Nuzlocke when you randomize it like this. And if you find a revive, or if you find a Sacred Ash, you can use it to revive Pokemon that have fainted. Um, but I think it's a little cheap because, I don't. I'm not good enough at randomizing anything to know how to rig anything, but I wouldn't want people to think that it was rigged that we could find a certain busted item somewhere. I think it's or a revive or whatever. I want this is all legit. I'm not good enough to rig anything, and I wouldn't even if I could. But this is our big cutscene for the Ho-Oh, which will be a randomized legendary. It may be a Ho-Oh. Leave it in the comments below as we're doing this cutscene, and we're going to use honor system because I won't know when you left the comment. What do you think the legendary is? What do you think this legendary is going to be? All of the legendaries between Gens 1 and 4 are in here. All the Regis are in here. The legendary birds, the legendary dogs / cats, the Mewtwo, right? We've got, who am I missing? Kyogre, Rayquaza, Groudon, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina. Giratina would be nice. I love Giratina. Palkia would be great. There's the Lake Trio is in here. So I would prefer non-Regigigas Regis. So like Regirock, Regice, Registeel. I would like them to not be part of this. Um, I would like it to not be one of the Lake Trio. No offense. The other one I'm blanking on right at the moment. Uh, I think what I'm rooting for is a strong water type or like a Mew because I love Mew. Who doesn't? But let us see. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's legendary. It's Articuno. It's not bad. It's not great. It's what it is. I think Ice is super effective against us because I don't think Rock resists it. So I'm going to play it safe and move on to Broticon, who should tank a non-stab agent power. We just don't want the Omni Boost. All right, we don't get one. I don't think Feint Attack is going to kill. This is definitely not worth throwing a Master Ball at. I don't think. I mean, it's level 45. It's an Articuno. Don't get me wrong. It has Ice Beam, though. How much does this do? That does a lot. We're going to Strength. I don't think Strength kills. We're lower level than it. It did not. I think the next turn we heal. We definitely heal. Because a crit Ice Beam takes down Broticon. And yes, we just got Snorlax, and yes, Snorlax is great. But Broticon is level 44. We have had Broticon since a slack off. Like, this has been with the team this whole time. We do not want to lose one of the OGs, right? Mind Reader is fine. Now, the big question is, do we think we can hit it with a Feint Attack, or do we just start throwing Pokeballs? I think we start throwing Pokeballs. We've talked about this. We don't have status. Maybe putting Yawn back on Broticon with the Heart Scale would make some sense. No Omni Boost. Omni Boost. With the attack rise, I'm pretty convinced we can Feint Attack it. I don't want to risk killing it. I want to catch it still. Just because I don't want to throw the Master Ball on it doesn't mean I'm mad about getting an Articuno. We want Articuno. I think what we'll do is if it ends up getting another Omni boost and the defense goes up again, maybe that's when we try a feint attack again. But if we can catch it before that, that'll just make life easier. 2 shakes and a kick out. That's all right. Ice Beam. I am nervous about Ice Beam because we don't really have anything on the team that can take an Ice Beam other than Brodicon. That crit mattered. We know it doesn't have a flying type moves. I can't believe it just crit us like that. If this takes down Luca, we are running. We are not going to try this. It did not, but a crit would. It did less than 65 damage, so we were going to throw one more Ultra Ball. If it doesn't go for Ice Beam, we will heal. Or, I'm sorry, if it doesn't go for Ice Beam, we'll throw another ball. If it does go for Ice Beam, we will pray it doesn't crit, and we will, or pray it doesn't high roll, and we will heal up. Oh man, what a turn of events that was. It's not even shaking. It does not like us. Alright, here's the other Ice Beam. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, Luca ate it. A crit still takes us out. A crit, no doubt, takes down Luca. And while we do not want to lose Luca, we tank this. We tank this. Alright. We're going to try a quick attack. If it kills, I don't think we care at this point. Not even close. Screw it. We're going to bullet punch and see what we can do with this. Okay, got us where we wanted. Here's another Ice Beam. We are so afraid of the crits right now. No crit, no crit, no crit, no crit. Okay. We need to heal, and we will. Alright, that's perfect. That's what we wanted. I guess a courtesy shake there? I don't know. The least you can do, Articuno, after taking down Brodicon is join the team. Like it's the least you can do for us. Is be one of us. I'm really glad right now it's going for more agilities and mind readers and stuff, but at some point it's going to break out another Ice Beam, and I'm concerned about another crit because losing Luca too would just be a dagger. Because this does not look. And I know I could throw a Master Ball, but do you want to throw the Master Ball at a level 45 Articuno when we have a level 70 coming? We still have another normal Ice Beam as long as it is not a crit. Man, this thing does not want to even shake. We only used 15 Ultra Balls. I get that too. Like, it feels like it's been a lot longer than it has. And that's what happens when Brotocon goes down. Oh, the triple jiggle. The triple jiggle. All right. Where's the Ice Beam? Why are you not going for the Ice Beam again? There's another Ancient Power, which means we're definitely healing after this, because an Ice Beam would take us out. I just said a thought. My thought was wrong. My thought was bad. It might have been Venus. I was just thinking, wait, is Luca the one with the ability that prevents crits? That might have been Venus. We might not have had one at all. I don't know. If Luca did have that ability, then I would not be worried right now. We would just keep throwing balls and healing as necessary until we either catch it or it kills itself. But we don't, so a crit Ice Beam takes us down. We do not want a crit Ice Beam. Here's the Ice Beam. We don't want a crit. 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 No crits. 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 We live one more. As long as you don't get a crit. And if we get a crit from full health, it kills us either way. So we're going to throw the ball. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, the triple jiggles. No crit, 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 no crit. All right, Luca. All right, Luca. Let's heal back up. At some point, we have to ask ourselves, is this worth it? Is Articuno going to be the savior of the team? Is it worth even risking Luca any further? Is it risk throwing even more Ultra Balls that we can use once we get into Kanto for other encounters? No crit. No crit. This is not a crit. This is just a normal, everyday Ice Beam with a freeze. We don't mind the freeze because we're not trying to attack right now. We're not attacking you, Articuno. We want to be friends with you, Articuno. We want you on the team, Articuno. Another triple jiggle. Come on, Articuno. I know there's at least 10 Ice Beams, and I think it's only used like 4, maybe 5, all said and done. Right? That's got to be right. It hasn't used all 10. There's no way. No crits. We're going to heal up right after this. Beautiful. And here's what we're going to do. I've been thinking about this in my head. We are going to use one of the full restores. And here's why. If we decide that this is not worth it, we have priority moves. I think Bullet Punch can take down the Articuno. I think we can beat it if we need to. But Luca's the only one with priority right now. So we need to get rid of that freeze, which we did. We'd use the full restore. Because nobody else has a priority move, I don't think. Luca's got 2. And as you can see from the fact that these agilities aren't doing anything for Articuno, Articuno is maxed out in speed. Nothing we have outspeeds this. Nothing we have right now outspeeds this. Except Luca with priority. So if we decide this is it, we're done. We're taking it down. Luca's our best chance. So we need Luca alive. And we need Articuno to just stay in the Ultra Ball. That's what we need from Articuno. You took down one of the OGs. You took down Brotocon, who had trained up from a slack off. The least you can do is come hang out with us, come be a friend, come support us in our time of mourning. And Articuno just doesn't want to do any of that. I'm going to have to watch the footage back because there's no way Ice Beam kills Brodicon without a crit there. It did not do that much damage before. Interesting that this is just prolonging the Ice Beams for us. I'd love to. It still has Ice Beams, right? It definitely still has Ice Beams. It's just spamming agility right now. Do we have a timer ball? Have we found a timer ball anywhere? We have not. Does this count as nighttime or it doesn't count as a cave? YOLO, let's throw a dust ball. What's the worst that happens? It kicks right out of it. It's kicked out of every Ultra Ball we've thrown. Shook once. Ooh. I'm not throwing the Master Ball at this. Articuno's good. Articuno will likely find itself on the team. It's not worth a Master Ball. Not when there's a level 70 waiting for us in Kanto. Well, technically in the Whirlwind Islands, but we can't get it until we're in Kanto and come back. I think. Never mind. Well, we stopped the bleeding, I guess. We only lost Brodicon, which is not ideal. I think that's an understatement. And we don't catch the Articuno. So after all of the Ultra Balls we threw, after the devastating loss of Brodicon, after that whole ordeal, we are left with one of our BFFs, one of the OGs, succumbing to the ice. Winter takes its toll one more time. Slacking will join the team in the great beyond. Croconaw, Luxio, Dodrio, Ivysaur, Togetic, Dugong, Slacking, and Gengar. I mean, it's nice that we have ourselves Snorlax, who already has Belly Drum, and we will train up the Snorlax. We will do this between episodes, ladies and gentlemen. We will get Latias up there. We're gonna get everybody to at least level 40. Everybody to at least level 40. And in the next episode, we will make our way toward the Elite Four. Do we add a Garchomp? We have a Dragon. We have a Ground type. I think Garchomp stays here. There's only one way to find out, ladies and gentlemen. There's only one way to find out. And that one way to find out is to tune in tomorrow for the next episode. It will be episode 20. It will be right here. Same Poke time, same Poke YouTuber channel. That's my channel. And we aren't going to let this beat us. We lost Brodicon. We didn't catch the Articuno. But you know what? We're okay. We have a good team. We have a good backup. We're going to come back stronger and better than ever. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this together beginning tomorrow. So, let's wrap it up right here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Until next time.